Houston -1.5. I'm sorry, 2.5.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick. I wanted to record just so I know you said you had a little bit of Wi-Fi issues, so.
Oh, we're good.
You want to lead it? Or you want me to? This is episode 26.
It's 26.
Okay.
I can lead it. What'd you say? We're starting off with the championship game.
Zack Alley. Starting off with you, Zack Alley.
Okay.
Just because that won't take but 2 minutes. If that's okay, if you don't do it, we don't.
Well, yeah, if you want to. I mean, I'm trying to get the NFL pulled up real quick.
Okay. You see that Deontay Johnson touchdown?
Yeah, as much as I despise Mason Rudolph, he was a badass throw. Okay. All right. Welcome back to the PigSkin Podcast, episode 26. It is Saturday, January 6th. We're a little late. We had some stuff going on. I've got some stuff going on too. So, this is going to be a pretty short episode. We're gonna talk about the national championship game. It's going to be an exciting one.
Yes.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for that. We're also going to talk about the NFL coming up. It's week 18, the last week of football until the playoffs. It is a sad day. It's a bad day because we're going to have to go 6 months without football, but it's fine. We'll somehow.
Well, the Bears will have to go 6 months without football. I'll at least get another week. I shouldn't have said that.
Shouldn't have said that. We're definitely going to talk about that for sure. And then we'll have some discussions. We hadn't talked in a few days, so I missed you, man.
It's been a little bit. I miss you too, bud. I miss you too, man.
Missed you. I was I didn't even get to ask you last week because we had to do it quick. But how was your New Year's?
It was pretty good. I just had my cousin come up. We just drank, watched some football, hung out. I didn't know I didn't have shot glasses until. Not that I'm an alcoholic or anything. I didn't know I didn't have shot glasses until New Year's.
Really?
We got rid of all of them when we moved. Had no idea, so I had to go buy some new ones. Yesterday I bought some new ones. But yeah, how was your New Year's, man?
I got absolutely trashed when I told myself I wasn't going to. It's not my fault. I didn't pay for any of it. I was just getting fed free drinks from an Italian guy, not Tommy DeVito, but I think it was one of his moms. Yeah, I met this Italian guy with a group of my friends. He owned a restaurant. We went there. He kept feeding me drinks. He was feeding me white wine. He was serving me vino. It was an awesome time. We hit it off, and he doesn't know much about football, so it's kind of like he knows enough, but not like enough. So I was telling him, I was like, "Have you heard about Tommy DeVito?" He's like, "No."
Do you fucking love this guy?
Right? I pulled up YouTube immediately and just. Or TikTok.
Probably the Monday Night Football game.
Yeah. I pulled up TikTok and I was showing him Tommy DeVito, and he was like, "I love this guy. I love this guy." And so I fucking miss Tommy DeVito so much. But anyway, yeah, we got national championship, NFL picks. I know you wanted to talk about the new defensive coordinator for Oklahoma as well, Zack Alley. So we'll get into that. Actually, you know what? How about we get into that first? We'll talk about that. You can. Say whatever you want about his handsomeness. I'm going to let you have the floor with it.
He is a handsome man. So, yes, Oklahoma all but officially has announced, literally just waiting for the presser to come out from the university itself. But Zack Alley is looking like he's going to be the new defensive coordinator at the University of Oklahoma this time going forward. He was a student assistant, graduate assistant under Brent Venables. Essentially, from all the reports and everything I heard, lived in Brent Venables' office, drawing up schemes, drawing up plays, figuring things out. His defense, he's a Brent Venables protege, essentially. And he is just a carbon copy of Brent. He acts the same on the sidelines. He's got the same enthusiasm, the same energy, the same intensity when it comes to coaching and play calling and all this stuff.
So he's basically just an AI clone of Brent Venables.
Yeah, man. And he's 29 years old. So it's like, remember the Lincoln Riley hire? Everyone was like, they're just going to get in this young guru, right? That's what it is, essentially. The Ted Roof thing, you were very openly very against it when he was first hired. And pretty much.
Yeah, but he grew a soft spot on me.
He did, but I think we all knew that that wasn't a permanent hire when he came in. It was kind of a Band-Aid just to get to this point. Apparently, Zack Alley is someone Brent has wanted to be a mainstay on his staff for a while now. And he was just trying to find the right time. Brent Venables is a very calculated guy. He makes decisions days, weeks, months in advance before they happen, and he waits for the right timing. He's very, very calculated with everything. He's really the best way to put it. But and everyone was just saying how much Zack Alley just reminded them of Brent. The defense he runs reminds them of Brent. And so I got curious. I went and looked at some Jacksonville State stuff. It's high pressure, it's high intensity defense. It leaves the secondary kind of on their own islands a lot, which can be a little bit scary, but they're also very aggressive up front. And so it helps your secondary if they don't have to cover for all long. A lot of times the quarterback's either having to get rid of it or he's eating fucking turf. So, you know,
I kind of like that a little bit.
I do too. And
it's
heading into the
SEC,
yeah, certainly. And heading to the SEC, you don't always like having to have brand new coordinators on both sides of the ball, brand new play callers. But the thing is, on each side, you're not installing a new system. You're making tweaks, changes, maybe the verbiage is changing. So I really love the hire of Zack Alley. Apparently, he's a home run hit when it comes to recruiting. His best place is in the transfer portal. He really connects to the players well. Hasn't really shown a whole lot of his high school recruiting ability, but if you're going to be the defensive coordinator at Oklahoma and you're a young guy, you got to be able to come in and close on those. Maybe the guys that aren't necessarily going to be in your room.
Yeah, it's like going out to a bar and you're talking to a girl.
You got to be the wingman at some point. The guy that come in and close.
He's young. He's young. He
is very young. But I'm super stoked about it. Now, Ted Roof, like I said, kind of grew on me, but we all know Ted wasn't going to be permanent fixture on the OU staff, whether that was his retirement or a situation like this. Apparently, BV wanted to keep him on as an off-field analyst, but Ted said he still likes to coach. He still has the desire to coach, so they went their separate ways. Thank you, Ted Roof, for the 2 years, really the second year better than the first.
But for the Nebraska game, too.
Yeah, that was fucking fantastic. But this also does free up the ability for Brent to just be a head coach. You know, if this is a guy he's going to really trust to run his defense, run the defense for the team, he doesn't have to be a part of the defense as much. He can help out maybe. I mean, he's not going to fully give it up. It's Brent Venables. His thing is defense. He's not going to go just completely away from it. But this does free him up to be a little bit more of just a head coach rather than a coach, play caller, and coordinator and everything like that rolled up into one. So do you have any thoughts on it? I know you said you haven't had a whole lot of time to look into it or really learn a whole lot about the guy, except the fact that he's a handsome young fella that fucking knows defense. So,
well, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What do you think this team looks like next year? Just overall. I know we were talking about the defensive coordinator, but we're going to the SEC. We play Tennessee in Neyland.
No, we're at home against Tennessee.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we go to Auburn. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
that's Tennessee, our opening SEC game.
Yeah, Tennessee comes to Norman. Nico scares the absolute shit out of me. And then we also have fucking like Ole Miss. They're loaded up now.
We did lose Quinshon Judkins.
Yeah.
At least for the time being.
And then also Alabama comes to Norman as well.
That's you.
I don't even know what I'm most worried about. Like, I'm more excited than worried about anything. But if I had to be worried, it's the secondary, honestly. Like, the secondary just was, after the Texas game, it's like they were non-existent.
Yeah, I know we dealt with a lot of injuries in the secondary, the back half of the season.
Just don't fucking get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong there. The thing that most worries me, honestly, is still our interior offensive line. I think we'll have tackle down pat. Now we've got 4 offensive linemen out of the portal so far. We got Spencer Brown, we got Tyler Naquin, something like that. We got the kid out of North Texas. Maybe we got 3 or 4, but we got young guys in there. Troy Everett, we'll see. But Josh Bates is someone that I have been really high on ever since coming out of high school. I love Josh Bates. I love his ferocity and his just fucking fight and the way he just mauls people. So, I don't know what I'm most worried about. Probably the offensive line, because that's the one thing I'm least sure of
Or
at this
Jackson
moment.
Arnold, honestly, because we don't even know. Like, we know that he's going to be a stud, like, in a couple of
Yeah,
years, but we don't know what he's going to look like next year.
yeah.
But we know it's
But
going to take time.
he is going to have a whole offseason as the number one guy in an offense he's fairly familiar with, a type of offense, I should say, that he's going to be fairly familiar with guys that he's worked with for at least a year. That's one thing that makes me most excited for this is we're essentially returning 11 offensive starters and then starters at every position outside of our offensive line and quarterback on offense, which the two most important spots. But
I don't
we
know,
have a guy
man.
coming in to play quarterback that's a fucking stud in Jackson Arnold. And then our offensive line, I trust Bill Beanbo with my life to put a serviceable, at worst, offensive
Yeah,
line out there.
I'd die for him just
Yeah.
to, he's been so great. But we are going to the SEC, and
Yeah.
everybody's been saying that it's a different monster. I don't
It
believe
is.
that, but because it's, you're playing brand new teams, you're not playing the same teams that you were playing for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a different brand of football. The offenses look different. The defenses look different. Does it mean that they're better than the Big 12? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it just looks
There's some
different.
more star power for sure.
Yeah.
We're gonna have more games this year of instead of like a team made up of
You
three
know
and a
what?
couple four stars.
I'm not even nervous anymore, actually. I just talked myself out of it because we have Brent Venables. So there we go. I just
Hey,
talked
and
myself out
Brent,
of it.
I trust. So
Yeah, yeah. Stud.
I love our coaching staff. Like I really do. Not just Brent Venables, but we still have Bill Bedenbow, DeMarco Murray, Joe John Finley, Seth Luttrell.
I
Emmett
don't know if I
Jones
trust Seth
is
Luttrell yet. Sorry. I don't know
Emmett
if I trust him.
Jones is a fucking beast when it comes to recruiting and as wide receivers coach. And then we have Todd Bates, we have Miguel Chavis. James Scalzi is still
I
on
don't know
staff.
if I trust Miguel Chavis either. I'm sorry.
Really?
I don't know if I do.
That's fair. That's fair. James Skalski's still on staff.
He's kind of a weird guy.
Chavis?
Yeah.
He's a bit of a weirdo, but he's a hell
I
of a
would
fucking
put my
recruiter.
life on the line for him if
Yes.
this class is coming in and they're fucking good. If they're really good, if we have the
Did
best
you see
defensive
David
pass rush in
Stone
the
at the Under Armour All American game?
yeah, he looked great.
Yeah.
He looked really good.
He
Did
did.
you see the Wisconsin offensive lineman recruit?
Just fucking mauling people, bro. One
That's
of them was
who
Williams Winery.
you know who my dark horse team is going to be next year?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Luke Fickell can recruit his ass off.
Yeah.
Like he's in Wisconsin. I mean, he's not like a big time program, but they do win Big Ten championships.
They do. They do.
I think Wisconsin is going to be a really good team next year. Like
You
at
know,
at least 10 wins.
do you see where Malachi Nelson's going?
Boise State.
Yeah. I love me some Boise State football, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate them.
Oh, because of what happened?
Yeah,
No,
especially
I've
when
already put
play.
that behind me.
I haven't.
I
It's one
pushed
of
it.
my earlier memories as a child. You got to
Yeah.
think, I'm a few years younger than you, so
Not
that
much.
was
You're like 2 years younger than me.
yeah, but that was like right as I was coming, like right as the memories started to stay. You're at that one point when you're a kid, you don't remember shit, but there's one moment where it just keeps all your memories, and it just happened to be the Statue of Liberty play. So
Yeah. Yeah,
that
you know
and
which one
then
always lives in me? The
what?
Major Right.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that one up. Major Right, just
You know what hasn't
separating.
left my memory yet?
What?
Connor Stallions.
Yeah,
People might have forgotten because Michigan is in the national championship game that Connor Stallions is still out there.
he is.
I wonder what he's thinking right now.
You
What
think
doing.
he's the reason Tommy DeVito didn't work out?
No,
Okay.
I don't think that's the reason.
Okay.
I think the reason he didn't work out was
The
because the
Italian?
Saints. Well, he started putting tomato sauce in a can. He had his little.
Oh,
Yeah, he had that.
makes sense.
He had that. That I almost said NIL. He had fucking NIL. He did a deal with this tomato sauce company. No,
Mm-hmm.
he just started putting tomato sauce in a can. That's not what you do. His mother was, she busts her ass to make
I
that
mean,
tomato
he
sauce.
does live at home. I'm sure he was getting beat all every day for that. Mom
Yeah,
was just beating the shit out of him, and then he just fell off the wagon, man.
yeah.
But
But Connor Stallions did not fall off
yes,
the wagon.
okay, he has not.
He has not finished the manifesto either. the manifesto has to end with at least 3 Michigan national titles. I don't know if that's true or not. I made that up, but I know he wants to be the head coach at some point. The Ravens and Steelers games has finally come to an end. The Steelers have won 17-10.
Oh.
Mike Tomlin, he got his 10th win. We talked about this.
Are they in the playoffs, or do they have to have someone lose?
They need, I think, the Jaguars to lose.
Oh, so they're in the playoffs.
No, I'm wrong. Who needs the Jaguars to lose? Somebody does. But anyway, national championship games on Monday.
It is
Washington versus Michigan. The national championship runs through the Big Ten. No longer through the South.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
For this season, it runs through the Big Ten. Michigan's currently they're favored in this game.
Who's it, 4.5?
I actually am very excited to see what the best defense in the country does to the best team or the best offense in the country, or vice versa.
Yeah, well, I'm more so interested in Washington has statistically one of the worst pass defenses in the country,
and they were getting their ass ran all over by Texas, and Michigan loves to run the ball, and they have Blake Corum.
They do. Man, this game, dude, I can't wait. This is like, they talk about in boxing and MMA, styles make fights. This is that in football.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
This is like 1980s Big Ten football versus 2018 Oklahoma.
2017 too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little bit more biased. I love Baker. But again, I'm kind of scared to disrespect Washington because everybody's been doing it all year. The only time I didn't disrespect, there were 2 times I didn't disrespect them, and they did right by me.
Yeah.
So
they've done right by me all year. I've been high on the Washington train. I've been howling with the Huskies all year.
Who's your dog in this fight? I'm not talking about team. I'm talking about player. Like, which player
do I want to see outperform everybody else?
Yeah.
It's funny because I don't know, man. Because, look, there's players on both sides that I really love. I love Blake Corum. I've been a huge fan of him for a long time. I've been huge fan of Michael Penix. He's probably going to be my dog in this fight because I've been high on him since Indiana. So it's probably Michael Penix. But, man, I fucking love Rome Odunze. And I fucking love McMillan and Jalen Polk and that whole wide receiver crew. But it's probably Michael Penix, man.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go with Rome Odunze. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. did have over 100 yards against Michigan with Kyle McCord throwing to him.
So Rome Odunze should have, 400 or 500?
Well, that's the thing is Rome Odunze is going to have to show out his over on yards right now is 89 and a half. If he does not get at least a
hammer.
Yeah.
That.
I'm saying if he doesn't get at least 120 yards receiving, then I think I'm all in on Chicago drafting Marvin Harrison Jr.
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like who should the Bears go ahead and take? And we'll get to that here in a little bit. But this is immovable object versus unstoppable force.
Who do you think wins, man?
Washington's been disrespected all year. I mean, if you could say Michigan too, but I think Michigan.
But that's been a different kind. That's been pure hatred, where Washington's just been like they can't keep doing it.
Yeah,
and they keep fucking doing it.
Yeah, they keep doing it. Michael Penix keeps proving everybody wrong. Dylan Johnson was like a godsend, the former running back from Mississippi State. Whenever he transferred, he's been awesome. Now he's going to need to be good to go.
I believe he is good to go.
Okay. Yeah. So breaking
he
news.
Was expected to play last I looked.
Breaking news. Dylan Johnson's good to go.
We need the NFL draft sound.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. I do like Washington's offense a lot. They're fun to watch. All of them are studs. I mean, from their quarterback Michael Penix, the dude just throws the ball.
Yeah.
That's really the only way that I can explain
Yeah.
it. He's accurate. He can fit the ball through a door hole, or I'm sorry, a keyhole.
You can fit the ball through my hole. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, he can. I kind of like Michigan.
Yeah, see, I've been going back and forth on it all week.
I know that's gonna bite me in the ass when I bet this game. I really love the over in this game. I think that's my favorite pick is 56.5. I love the over in this game.
You think both teams score a lot?
Yes. I think it's a 34-30 game.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's the thing. That's what I want to see. Like, I love hard-nosed defense. I love watching, like, when Oklahoma is, getting interceptions, or like when a team is playing really good defense. But in the national championship game, maybe like an interception here or there. But I like to see a lot of points.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because it's like a dog,
It's a fun way to end the season.
It's a different kind of dog fight. It's not the dog fight that Alabama and Michigan had. It's like a, we're going to score more points than you because we are the better team, and we're going to prove that we're the better team, and we're going to hoist the trophy. Also, I do have another question for you.
Okay.
Which one's better, the new college football playoff trophy or the crystal ball?
The crystal ball.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
Maybe it's biased because I envision every time I think about the crystal ball, it's Bob holding it up.
Yeah.
But
no, I just
crystal ball is so beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautiful. That's why Oklahoma doesn't win any playoff games. They don't want that ugly trophy.
Yeah, I agree. In fact, until they go back to the crystal ball, I am going to boycott Oklahoma getting into the playoffs.
Okay. Not going to go that far.
You're not a crystal ball guy then?
I am a crystal ball guy, but God damn it, I'm a fucking Oklahoma natty guy.
What if we are not that good next? So let me ask you this. Would you rather us make the playoffs knowing that we're going to get our asses kicked like in 2019, or... Huh?
So that one hurt.
We have to live with it.
Yeah.
Or would you rather us be like 11-1 going into like the Orange Bowl or the Cotton Bowl or like a New Year's Six Bowl against another really good opponent, and we win that bowl game?
See, because that's like you remember the 2016 Sugar Bowl against Auburn, where we were clearly a playoff team because we were playing the best. That was probably the best that Oklahoma team from that stretch.
Yeah, the defense had its struggles though.
The defense did have its struggles.
It was like literally the Sugar Bowl was the only time our defense played good.
Yeah.
It's because Auburn's offense was trash.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a fantastic. I would rather miss the playoffs and win a big time bowl game just because I can't stand OU being like fucking 0-5, 0-6 in the playoffs. I can't do it.
Yeah.
But with all that being said, I'm picking Washington.
Is this like who's got to have it more? Like Jim Harbaugh in Michigan or Kalen DeBoer in Washington? Who's got to have it more?
I think Michigan has to have it more because of everything that's going on this season. The whole cheating scandal and all that stuff.
So you think this is the only time Michigan is going to be able to make the national championship with Jim Harbaugh? No, I'm clear. I'm like, it's not a rhetorical question. Like, I want your honest opinion.
I think yes, because I think he leaves before they make it back.
Ooh, Chargers?
Maybe.
Okay.
It's just because I don't picture him staying in college for too long. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, he wants that rematch against John Harbaugh, his brother.
Yeah, exactly.
He wants to one-up him.
I think now, what you said, though, I don't think Washington has many more chances to get back. I think this is the perfect time for them to go get a championship. But I think because of everything that's going on and because of the consistent, like, oh, he's going to the NFL, oh, he's staying. Oh, he's going to the NFL, oh, he's staying. I think it means more for Michigan because I feel like Washington's proved so many people wrong just getting here already. Michigan's been – now, they haven't been this far. They haven't been in the national championship game, but they've been in the playoff multiple times. Washington's been there once as well, but everyone knew that team was getting their ass kicked.
Yeah, Bama was really good that year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. This is honestly a pick 'em.
It really is. It really is. How the fuck did OU let Iowa State back in this? Are you fucking kidding me? Damn it.
It's just what they do.
It is.
Iowa State's kryptonite. It's almost like Kansas State in football.
Well, Iowa State was our kryptonite in football for a while, but not anymore. But anyways, yeah, no, I think it means more for Michigan to win. But fuck, I hope Washington wins. I mean, I want it to be a great game. Over anything, I want it to be a great game.
I had Washington winning the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like before the playoffs even started, I picked Washington as like the team that would win it all. And I really wish I would have put a future on them whenever you were telling me before the season started that they would get to this point. I watched what Michigan did to Bama, though, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, that's ingrained in my head. They bullied them.
They bullied the bully, essentially. That's the tough part. Now, did they catch Alabama on just either low day or, let's be honest, their offense was pretty bad.
Is Georgia not as good as is Georgia just not as good as we thought they were going to be? Because people, if you're, and to get into like the playoffs and everything, people were saying like after what Georgia did to Florida State, they were one of the 4 best teams in the nation. They should have been in.
Yeah, but that was Florida State's JV team.
Right. Now, do you think Florida State's real team puts up a dog fight?
I still think they get Georgia? I think it stays closer longer, but I still think they lose by 17 to 20 points. But they don't lose by 60. That's for damn sure. Jordan Travis gives them 15 points, at least.
Yeah. I don't know. When it comes to the playoffs, like I'm kind of happy. I completely agree with you on everything you've said about the 14 playoffs. It means more. The regular season games, like they need to matter. And so I'm in full agreement with you on that. Like the regular season games should matter. And that's what like the 12-team playoffs, you're going to see a few 1 to 2 loss teams that are going to be in the 12-team playoff. And I agree with the fact that Florida State probably got screwed out of being in the playoffs.
Yep.
It sucks. You did everything you were supposed to do. You went undefeated. You won a Power 5 conference championship, and you got left out for Alabama, who lost a game. Sure, They won the SEC championship, but is a undefeated Power 5 champion better than a 1-loss Power 5 champion? Who should they have gotten in over Texas? Should they gotten in over Alabama? We don't know. That's why it sucks. It sucks for Florida State that they were, in the position that they were. Life is unfair. Your quarterback gets hurt, and no one values your team the same way that they did before. It's almost like the BCS computer or the BCS rankings were much better than what we have now.
Yeah.
At the same time, I would have much rather preferred Alabama in the playoffs.
Yes. See, and that was my whole spot because I've had people in my family
and I think we should have a 12-team playoff. I think it should be probably 8 teams instead.
Yeah.
I would rather have 8 teams than 12 teams because the games, they have to matter. Like it can't be you go in and decide, it's like the NFL, like you can, final game of the season. Oh, we've already got the 1 seed. We're just going to bench everybody,
See, and that's the thing is because like that's the purity of college football. Because you look at it next season. We need a commissioner. We don't have.
I don't know if we need a commissioner, but maybe
maybe we need to get the NFL in the room.
No.
You don't think so?
I can't stand Roger Goodell.
I was wondering. I wanted to toss that one up and see what you thought.
No.
But now, because I'm opposed to 12. I like 6 to 10. I think that's a good range. What I think, and here's the thing, and you've pretty much already said this, but like look at next year. Pretend we're gonna have 12.
What if the same thing happens?
August 31st next year for OU versus Temple. That game doesn't fucking matter. You could lose that game, win out, and be in. You could lose that game, lose to Texas, win out, and be in. Like, that's a possibility.
Maybe. Yeah. It is a possibility. You're right. Just depending on how the season goes.
Yeah.
But.
Let's say, like, Jackson Orr gets a concussion. I shouldn't have thought that.
We'll erase that. Anyway, let's say we get to, it's a 14 playoff. What if the same thing that happened this year happens next year? Let's say, fucking, I don't know, same thing happens again. Big Ten, fucking
Not even Big Ten. Let's say fucking North Carolina goes undefeated and doesn't get in.
yeah, because their other quarterback gets hurt.
Yeah.
Or Drake May decides to stay for another season. I don't know. I'm just saying, but like, not North
Let's say a
Carolina.
team out of fucking nowhere. Because if it was Miami, Miami's too big a brand. Like, that's what my thought process always goes to as well. Brands also sometimes matter with this. Like, if it was Miami instead of Florida State, they probably would have thrown Miami in there because
imagine
Miami
if it
makes
was
way
fucking
more
Penn
money.
State. Like, Penn State just got a new offensive coordinator. Let's say they build something. They beat fucking Ohio State, or they beat Michigan, and everything is going great for them. And then, like, the final game of the season, Drew Aller gets hurt, which, knock on wood, but let's say, yeah.
I don't have any wood in here.
I would hate for that to happen, but let's say something like that does happen. And then the backup quarterback comes in. He doesn't look as good, but they definitely deserve to get in because they've did everything they were supposed to do,
Yeah.
Which, and it's let's say, they get to the Big Ten championship. It's a 14 playoff, and they do, they fucking beat
Iowa
Oregon.
again.
Yeah. Well, there's not gonna be divisions this time.
Oh, that's right.
So there's absolutely no. But let's say a situation like that happens again. They get left out. They get screwed.
Yeah.
So that's why I can sympathize with Florida State fans. Like, I understand. Like, I put myself in their position. If this happened to Oklahoma, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'd have a sense. Like, yeah, we're making a fun game.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the whole thing. Is like, because I had people in my family that were just hating Alabama for getting in, and hating that Florida State didn't get in. And while I do agree and I do sympathize with them,
you're see things on social media. You are too. But anyways, you see things on social media if you're not like a true football knower, like us two, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna agree with them. So is your family like, are they actual football freaks, or they just wanted a reason to be pissed off and angry because they have to live in Lawton, Oklahoma?
Hey, a couple of them live in Lawton, right? But no, I mean, I'm not gonna single anybody out in my family because some of them watch this. But I understood the whole thing though. Like, I understood why Florida State was left out. Yes, I understand the frustration from Florida State fans, but you can't fucking tell me that if Florida State's probably in the 4 seed. They may get the 3 and Texas plays Michigan, which would have been a fucking fantastic game. But Washington would have blown out Florida State. Michigan would have blown out Florida State. Now, I know that Florida State team that went to the Orange Bowl is not the same one that would have played in the playoff. But it wouldn't have mattered, man. It wouldn't have mattered in my eyes. Florida State, really great defense.
I guess we'll never know, though.
That's the big if. We'll never know. Now, I can go do it in NCAA 14. I got my 360 right there on the floor. But we'll never know. But official predictions, though. You're taking Michigan?
I'm taking the over.
That's a good bet. I'm taking Washington, and I'm going to take your over as well. I'm going to take Washington 42-38.
Ooh, I like that score.
Yeah.
Like the Chiefs versus the Rams, where like there was defense, but it was still high scoring.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it was just an overall just fantastic game.
Yes,
like
that's what I want this game to be.
I'm gonna make a prediction.
Rams, what, 2018, 17, 16, 15?
I'm gonna make a prediction for 2 seasons from now.
Okay.
Oklahoma is gonna go undefeated and win the SEC championship, and then we're gonna get to the national championship game, and it's going to be up against Ohio State, and we are going to dog walk them. I'm talking like 48-17.
You think Baker's going to be there with a flag?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was about to bring that up. Okay. I think Baker plants the flag right on fucking Ryan Day, like he's going to pull his pants down and put it in his ass in center field.
What stadium is going to be in?
Do
we go to the Rose Bowl?
Well, no, they're going to keep it as an NFL stadium. Like an NFL stadium is always going to host a national championship as
maybe it's in Vegas.
Ooh, in Vegas? No, Baker can't go to Vegas. We can't do that to him. He's got an NFL career to look forward to. He's got
He also can't go to
temptations.
Arkansas.
It's true. Yeah, he can't outrun police, apparently.
No,
But,
not the
yeah,
fastest.
I like the over in this game a lot.
God,
I
I'm so
do.
fucking excited. It sucks because it's the last college football game of the season. We'll be without it until August. But God fucking damn it,
What
bro.
was your favorite? What was, like, the best thing that happened, like, in college football, NFL? Like, what was your favorite, like,
I mean, it
story?
was the Nick Anderson touchdown against
You think so?
Texas. That was the single greatest moment for me,
Yeah.
obviously.
It was also really impressive that he made that touchdown catch too, because sometimes the throw is like so easy that it's hard.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes like a guy you get a swing pass and you drop it. It's because the throw is too easy. That's what
Yeah.
makes it more impressive for like
It's either that or it's Colin Cowherd admitting that he was wrong on Jordan Love.
he might have been
He
right.
didn't necessarily admit that he was wrong. He just he came back and was like, Jordan Love, franchise guy for Green Bay. So I hate Colin Cowherd and I hate what he says, but it is funny when he's wrong.
Hate's a
He
strong
doesn't.
word, man. You gotta
No,
like learn to like not hate people, but mainly
no.
just dislike them.
I hate him.
You hate him?
I hate Colin Cowherd.
I hate Jordan Love.
Hate's a strong word, but you can use it as you'd like.
I'm sorry, I
You're
don't
gonna
hate
really
Jordan
fucking
Love.
hate her
I
tomorrow.
hate the Green Bay Packers, and that's why tomorrow is so important. But I do love the over in this game very much. I'm excited. Monday can't come soon enough. Let's get to the NFL.
Let's do it. As we just said earlier in the podcast, Steelers did solidify another 10-win season. Beat the back half of the Ravens roster 17-10. In what was a wet and rain
TJ
game.
Watt did get hurt.
He did. He got hurt his knee. Najee Harris had over 100 yards.
Yes.
Crazy. Oklahoma is shitting the bed against Iowa State. Last time looked away, they were up 8, and now they're tied. Fun. Yeah, basketball.
No, they're up.
57-57 is what I'm looking at.
Anyways, next game that's up, Texans Colts. There's honestly a few games in here. Yeah, this one is actually like it's got playoff implications. I am excited to talk about this one. There's a few games in here I really just don't care about. Browns Bengals doesn't mean anything. The Browns are already in the playoffs.
Yep.
Bengals are dead. I really don't give two shits about the Broncos Raiders. Do I really care about Cowboys Commanders? No, I don't give a shit about the Cowboys Commanders.
You care about Jets Patriots?
I do, but there's a reason why, and so we'll get into that. I do care a lot about the Buccaneers and the Panthers, only because the Buccaneers, if they win, they're in, and there's a lot riding on this game, and I want to see Baker in the playoffs. I want him to get that playoff advantage, and I want him to dog walk the Eagles if the Eagles get the
5.
Yeah. I want him to absolutely dog walk the Eagles.
See, I
want
really
him
want
to
the Eagles
put his fucking nutsack on the Eagles. I want him to bend over Nick Sirianni and fuck him. I want every single defensive lineman to drag their nuts across Jalen Hurts. I love Jalen Hurts. I'm so happy with everything he did in, when he was an Oklahoma Sooner. But I will never forget what the that Eagles Bears playoff game, the double doink. It haunts me to this day. They stormed that field so confident and cocky because they just won a Super Bowl, and now they may be going back. I don't mean what I said about Jalen Hurts. I love Jalen Hurts, but I fucking hate the Eagles, so I hope Baker wins this game. They play the Eagles in the playoffs, and then Philadelphia fans can commit suicide, and they can fucking raise all these questions about Nick Sirianni and how bad the team has been down the stretch. I fucking hate the Eagles during this time of year.
And for the same reason,
during this time of year.
Yeah, of course. And for this same reason, I want the Eagles to get the 5 seed because I want Dallas to get the 2 seed, and if Green Bay makes it, that's the big star's kryptonite. Is a cheesehead, man.
It's a little different. It's a little different this time around.
It's a little different with Jordan Love, but
Yeah,
history repeats itself. All right.
I am very, very excited for this game this weekend. This is basically, I mean, this is like my playoffs. I get to play spoiler. So you win, you're in. If Chicago wins, you're out. This is everything that I could like hope for. I've never been more excited for like a Bears Packers game than now because the Bears are playing so good down the stretch. What Big Cat said this is his Super Bowl. I think I agree with him as a Bears fan. Like
Dude,
this kind of feels like my Super Bowl too because I get to play spoiler.
that's fair.
Like Jordan Love has been playing really, really fucking good. I can't deny that. He's looked awesome. He looked awesome last week. And, when I threw him in the trash, he grabbed me by the throat and said, "You're fucking stupid." He looks good. And this is everything you could want. You want your guy to play good. You want your young talent to play good as well. That's just what the Packers do. They develop quarterbacks. I can't say the same for my team, but the Bears they're building something.
That defense has been pretty fucking fantastic lately, dude.
And not only that, but like there's the thing that I really like about the Bears. Like, and I could not be higher on the Bears, no matter if they win or lose this game. Like I'm rock hard, sky high on the Bears next season. Like I can't get any happier than like I am now. And it does make for like a perfect demise when everything just goes south. But like, you can't hurt me. Like I'm way too happy about next season. Ryan Poles, I think Eberflus is his guy. I think he's
I think so.
because if you think about it, when we drafted Tyreek Stevenson from Miami in like the second or third round, why would you pick that? Like there were so many other corners that were like had better statistical seasons than him. That's an Eberflus guy. Eberflus wanted him. He's not just drafting. He's not pulling a Jerry Jones where it's I grind tape. I know who's a good player. I like this guy. I'm going to take him. No, Ryan Poles. He's like, hey, who do you want? Like, we want to build this team. We want to take the North and never give it back. Like, who do you want as your guys? And so the draft has basically gone through Eberflus. The draft goes through Chicago. It does. If you really think about it, we've already clinched the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah. Very true.
Look how many teams are going to be bad next season that are going to be dying for that number 1 pick. The Patriots, the Commanders, the Giants, maybe the Jets too. We don't know how that's going to go. The Jets, the Jets are supposed to be a good team this season. Aaron Rodgers gets hurt and everything goes south. What if the same thing happens again?
Such a Jets moment, by the way. I still think back to that. Like, I was hype as fuck to watch Aaron come out there. And I was like,
his highlights were carrying the American flag on 9/11.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's honestly, I felt bad. Like, I really did feel bad. It just shows you that people can change, The bad man, I actually felt bad for the bad man for once.
He's like your fucking boogeyman, dude. It's so funny.
Yeah. But at the same time, I kind of want to see him.
Hey, Aaron did say we own Chicago on the Pat McAfee show, so he's still a Packer. All right, man?
I know. That's why it really kind of fucking pissed me off because it's like, really, Aaron? I thought we were past this. Like, I thought me and him made amends, and then this.
I think you got him on an ayahuasca trip, and so you thought you did, but while he maybe thought that, maybe it spoke to him. Bears Packers week rolls around, he knows where his loyalty lies.
Fucking bastard! I don't. He said he loved like Chicago sports growing up. I don't believe him now. Not anymore.
You don't think so?
No, if he's gonna make that.
What if he came out and was like, "I'm the biggest Cubs, Bulls, Blackhawks fan in the world"?
What about the Chicago Bears?
He's a Packer.
But that's behind him. He's a Jet now.
You can't put 18 years of your life behind you.
Yeah, you can. When you become a New York Jet, it's a completely different story. Also, what he said about Jimmy Kimmel, I think he was joking. People think that
he was. Too.
Yeah. Like, I really honestly think that he was joking.
Yeah, he was. 100%.
Also, it's very smart very, very smart play by Aaron Rodgers' part to go to a different team because now that he's playing for the Jets, if you have any suspicions about him being on the Epstein list, if you Google Aaron Rodgers Jet, it's going to show him in a Jets outfit rather than on a plane to Epstein Island. So,
well, so there was no superstitions about him being on that list. So fuck you for bringing that up. But
well, that's what I'm saying. Like now that you can't, there's no proof because now that he's a New York Jet, whenever you type in Aaron Rodgers Jet, it's just going to be him in a Jets outfit.
so if you do Aaron Rodgers Jeff, does Google be like, did you mean Aaron Rodgers Jet? Does
Jeff
that happen too?
He's-
Jeff Lebby?
he
Aaron
loves Jeff
Rodgers and Jeff Lebby?
Yeah, he loves Jeff Lebby.
Maybe. I mean, he's a pretty good offensive coordinator.
But yeah, you can't deny the Bears. They're going somewhere with this.
No,
with
they
this team.
are. They're on
This
an
reminds me
upward
of the Lions last season. Remember when they were like 1-6 or 1-7, and then they finished the
Mhm.
season 9-8?
And you remember when I told you and everybody else that the Lions are fucking legit? And they're
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
thought the
worse?
same thing. They were fucking 9-8.
Yeah,
Baker.
that's true. You were on the same road as me.
I just
I'll
didn't
give
think
you
they'd
that.
be
That's fair.
this good. This is a different Lions team. This is like an unstoppable offense.
So not same old Lions.
And I don't even know how to feel about Eberflus because I didn't like the Tyreek Stevenson pick. I didn't. Second or third round. I was like, I didn't like it. He's got the best numbers of any rookie corner over in the NFL right now. Over
Yeah.
Devon Witherspoon. Over Derek Stingley's not a rookie, but I would count this as a rookie year because the Texans were a joke last season.
Yeah.
But he's got the best numbers. He's got 5 interceptions, 2 pass breakups, 1 forced fumble for recovery, and like 15 tackles for loss. He's been
Bad motherfucker, man.
unbelievable.
Who do you think he matches up with tomorrow?
Christian Watson.
Think so?
I think Jalen Johnson is going to be on Jaden Reed, because Jaden Reed is kind of
Brisker's the safety, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he a box safety? I kind of see him along
Box
the
safety.
line of scrimmage a lot. Okay.
That's boxing. He is what Adrian Amos was, and Eddie Jackson has been playing better the past like few games. You know, you can say whatever you want about I know you're a true football knower, but a lot of people that if I were to go up to somebody that's like a casual football watcher, if I said, "Hey, I think the Bears might be a good team," they're gonna look at me. You might be dumb. The Bears are not a good team, and they just remember 3-14 last season.
Yeah.
This is a totally different like Bears team. Like this is why kind of why I'm scared because when I'm excited about a team like Oklahoma or Chicago, it usually goes to smithereens. But this team, they're onto something, and Matt Eberflus may be the coach of the future. I've already dedicated my soul to Ryan Poles. I think everything he's done has been perfect, and so I'm just really excited. I'm going to take the Bears to cover.
What's the spread? 3?
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, I take the back. I'm going to take the Bears money line. I think they're going to win this game.
All right. I agree with you. I think the Bears are going to win.
To cover or to win?
I think the Bears are going to win.
Don't say that. Say the Bears are going to cover.
No, they're going to win.
Nope. Change
it. They're going to win.
Don't fucking do this to me.
They're going to win. The Bears are going to win.
I want to make sure that I'm very clear when I say this. This is my Super Bowl. Yeah. This game means so much to me. This game meant as much as OU versus Texas.
Okay.
Say they're going to cover. Say the Green Bay Packers are going to win, but the Bears are going to cover right now.
I can't do it. I can't fucking do it, dude.
Okay. That's fine. I understand.
Bears are going to win.
Yeah, I agree with you. They are going to win.
You know why I say that, right?
Because you think they're actually going to win. That's why.
Yeah, that's exactly why I say that.
Yeah. But, yeah.
You went on your Bears. You went on your Bears rant. All right. It's my turn. Joe Barry's still not the guy. All right. This is a win and you're in a rebuild season. And Jordan Love has done everything that I've needed him to do to prove to me that he is a franchise quarterback.
He threw 4 touchdowns last week.
Yeah. That's why the Bears are going to win.
Are you not even like a little bit nervous?
I'm so fucking nervous, dude.
Me too.
I've been yo-yoing a turd about this game all fucking day, dude. I'm so nervous.
I'm more nervous about this game than I was against the Browns because the Browns was like you beat the Browns, you're in. Like there's no you beat a really, really good fucking team, and it makes me feel more confident about this game because we lost on a last-second field goal. We were dominating the Browns until the Browns and Joe Flacco decided to be elite. that's why I'm so excited about this team. Is like we fucking bullied the Browns until like the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Go ahead and go.
Do you think this season has proven Matt LaFleur did not need Aaron Rodgers?
I don't think he ever really needed Aaron Rodgers. I think this has proven that no matter who the coach is for Green Bay, they're always going to be able to develop quarterbacks.
Fair enough. I mean, they do have.
It's kind of like Oklahoma. Like Oklahoma just always develops quarterbacks, like no matter who the coach is.
Yeah.
That's like what the Packers do. That's what they're known for. Like Bart Starr, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, maybe Jordan Love.
Yeah. I think, man, this season 8-8 is what I could have fucking imagined at this point, bro. Like this makes me so fucking happy to be in a win and you're in spot in a rebuild season with a first-year starting quarterback that everyone threw under the bus and was ready to just let go by week 6. And man, if we lose tomorrow, we lose and we don't make the play. Well, technically, we could lose and still make the playoffs. It's not going to happen if we lose. But if Green Bay loses tomorrow and doesn't make the playoffs this season, I would still consider it a success.
Yeah, because I mean, it's honestly kind of not fair. Like they were supposed to be in a rebuild year, having just a bunch of new players.
Week 6, week 7, it was like, okay, yeah, this team's gonna be fighting for a number 1 pick, probably top 5, and now they're back in playoff contention. Did you see Jair Alexander's fucking interview?
Yeah, I did.
It was funny, bro.
Also, Matt LaFleur, Jaden Reed is from Chicago, so you might make him a captain.
You might. That would be a good idea to possibly do that.
Yes. Otherwise, he's going to pull a Jair.
I don't think so. Motherfucker, are you just trying to smoke this right now? God damn. But anyways.
But yeah, man. This is a big week for us. This is rivalry week.
I don't think I'm gonna talk to you the whole game.
I don't think so either. I'm gonna be deadlock focused. And this is also kind of like a bad spot for me because I know like all the shit that I gave Malone for like Texas. He's gonna give to me for this game, and I know Brasher's gonna do the same because like I've been hyping this game up all week. Like I just know they're gonna give me shit. That's what guys do. Like there's nothing I can do about it. Like if the Packers are up 21-0, like I'm gonna have to watch this game because I'm not gonna be able to take my eyes off of it. I am not gonna bet on this game.
No, I'm not.
There is a game that I am gonna bet on, and we'll get into it. We'll get into it later on. I'm gonna bet on it, even though the smart gambler would not bet on this game. I'm not a smart gambler, and I'm totally gonna bet on this game later. But the Texans and the Colts. Winner makes the playoffs?
Yeah. Winner, if Jacksonville loses, wins the division. And that's the Steelers' way in.
Yeah, so the
Steelers are the 9 seed right now. They're 10-7. If the Jags lose and then the loser of this game.
If you would have told me that both of these teams would be 9-7 going into week 18, I would have called you crazy.
And one of them doesn't have their starting quarterback?
Yeah, and one of them is a first-year head coach. I mean, both of them are first-year head coaches, and one of them basically took a chance on a QB that, weirdly enough, was written off because everybody worshipped Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Nobody thought C.J. Stroud would be this good this early. But listen, if you're a Texans fan or you're a Colts fan, there's nothing to be upset about if you don't make the playoffs. Nothing to hang your head. Yeah, nothing to hang your head.
No, it's kind of the same like the Packers season this year. This season answered a lot of questions for both of those teams. For the Texans, it's C.J. Stroud is the dude. D'Amico Ryans is a great coach, and they have a good future. For the Colts, it's Shane Steichen is the dude. Anthony Richardson showed promise to start the season, and Jonathan Taylor's still that guy. Michael Pittman's the number 1 receiver, and they look really good.
Yeah. Also, Josh Downs is going to be a stud.
Yeah, and Gardner Minshew is the best backup in the league.
Maybe.
Who's over him?
Maybe Tyrod Taylor.
No.
Maybe.
Sure.
Maybe Tyrod Taylor or
Joe Flacco. I guess.
He's not a backup.
I mean, he
was never a
starter. Okay, that's fair.
He was on his couch.
That's fair. You got me there.
I love the over in this game so much. I fucking love the over. I don't even know who to root for, but the over is 47.5. I'm taking that 100%. That
Are Texans
is.
wearing red? No.
Oh,
Bastards.
they're red. No, they're not.
No, they're not. They're going
Make a
blue,
phone
white,
call.
blue. I might.
Ooh, they should wear the Oilers jerseys.
JJ Watt said it's theirs, so
Yeah.
JJ Watt speaks, I listen. So
Yeah, this game kind of comes down to who do I trust more, CJ Stroud or Gardner Minshew. So I guess I trust CJ Stroud more.
Yeah.
You had to think about it?
I mean, it's a rookie compared to an elite backup, so
Yeah. No, I really like the over in this game, and I can't wait till we got 5 minutes till it's on. But next game,
I got an on right here. So.
Yeah, next game, Browns Bengals. I don't really care about this game. The
either.
Browns are in the playoffs. It sucks for the Bengals. I feel bad that for people that put a future on the Bengals when they had Joe Burrow and everything was going the way that it did. There should be a lawsuit because they didn't have Joe Burrow on the injury report.
There.
I'm just saying, as somebody that's gambled and has put a future on a team before, I know what it's like. So yeah, but I mean, I just don't care about this game. It doesn't really matter. Neither does. I guess
Vikings Lions really doesn't matter either.
No, it doesn't. I think the Lions are going to win this game. I think Dan Campbell's the kind of coach where he's still pissed off about what happened last week.
He still starts all his guys.
Yeah, like he's
Make
definitely.
A statement.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a culture game. It's a statement game.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to go out there and, and I'm sure.
Hey, how about Jared Goff, 4,200 yards?
Is there like any records that any Lions player could break this week that would be like good for them? Also,
I thought I know of.
What's the head coach for the Vikings? I can't remember his name. Fuck.
Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah, Kevin O'Connell. I think he's a good coach.
I do too.
I think he's done a really good job this season given everything that's happened. Just quit. Don't make a dumb decision and put in Jaron Hall. Just put in Josh Dobbs. Fuck it.
I mean, either way.
You got nothing. You have nothing to win or nothing to lose. Just put in Josh Dobbs.
Yeah.
Make it an interesting game. All right, make the Lions struggle a little bit because I know they're
a bold astronaut. Let him do
it. They're fighting for 12-5. The Lions are.
Yeah.
I fully expect the Lions to. Totally...
Did you see the Lions hung their first NFC North championship banner?
In a fucking long time, baby.
Well, before it was the Central. Last time they won a division title, it was still the NFC Central.
Oh, really?
It wasn't even the North.
Shit.
Yeah. It's been that long. And again, I hate the fact that the Lions are in the NFC North because I want them to succeed, but not at the loss of my team. But still cool to see the Lions doing something good, man. It's cool to see this season we can legitimately bro. Think about it. This season we could have the playoffs made up of the Texans, the Browns, the fucking Lions. The fucking who else, bro? Who else is in this that's never there? The Dolphins have been there for the first time, really legitimately in a while, being a legitimate team. It's fucking insane to think about. Also, Dak Prescott leads the league in touchdown passes, and it's only 32 touchdowns. That's disgusting.
Shit. Sorry, I saw a really cool stat for Sam Laporta earlier, and I was going to bring it up because it is a pretty badass stat.
God, I love those Texans fucking red helmets so much, dude. Oh no.
What's the next game after this?
Vikings or Jags Titans.
I watched the press conference for it was a press conference for Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
And they were asking him how much does it suck to lose? How does it feel being a loser head coach? And he was like, I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I think he legitimately hates the Jaguars. I think he is trying to play spoiler. I'm going to take the Texans on this game.
Titans, you mean?
Titans, yeah, sorry. I'm going to take the Texans in the other game, but I'm going to take the Titans for this one. I don't know. There's a lot of discourse with Mike Vrabel. Apparently, he's going to be leaving. I think this, if that is the case, is his like final like hoorah against the Jags.
It's a job interview.
Yeah,
my opinion. You take the 5-11 Titans that are honestly.
I don't know why he would want to leave now, like with Will Levis being your future.
Is it him that wants to leave, or is it the Titans that want to move on?
Good point.
Do you think this is Derrick Henry's last game as a Titan?
Do we not remember like the Titans were in the AFC Championship like a few years ago?
Crazy to think about.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe keep Mike Vrabel. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah,
I'd keep Vrabel.
But I don't know. What are your thoughts on this game?
I want to see Tennessee win just because I want to ensure. I would love to see a Houston Texans home game in the playoffs with CJ Stroud as their quarterback. That would be so sick.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, really couldn't give less of a shit. I do like picking on my brother. My little brother is a Vikings fan, and I want to see the Titans win because I don't want not a Vikings. I keep saying Vikings. My little brother is a Jags fan because he's also like a Trevor Lawrence like lover boy and a Clemson fan. So yeah, so I want to see the Titans win just because I want to see them kept out of the playoffs. I think it'd be pretty funny. So
I like the Titans in this one. I think the Titans probably are going to win this game. I think if you're an NFL team, who would you rather see in the playoffs? You'd much rather see the Jags. That's an easy, the Jags go into fucking Buffalo or they go into, just wherever. They wouldn't go in. They'd host a playoff game if they won.
Yeah.
But you would much prefer to play the Jags right now. You wouldn't want to see the Texans or the Colts. Like a frisky but fun team. So,
especially a backup quarterback leading a playoff team. That's scary, dude.
Well, Trevor Lawrence may play.
I think
Christian Kirk smushed his nuts.
He did.
Remember that a few weeks ago against the Bengals? He smushed his nuts.
That's right. Yeah.
So he's like still not 100%, but I don't know. We'll see. Next game, Bucks Panthers. I want to see Baker and the Bucks in the playoffs because that's my guy, and also, I think it would be absolutely hilarious for the Bucks to make it to the playoffs, only having to beat the Panthers after all the work that the Saints had to put in to beat the Bucks, just for that to happen, and then for them to miss the playoffs. David Tepper's down very bad right now.
Yeah.
Throwing his drink on the fan.
$300,000 fine.
Yeah, that's crazy. He probably doesn't. He probably has a case of like affluenza, like that one kid from Azle, Texas. That was, that one kid from Azle, Texas, a few years ago. Like he probably has a case. He didn't know that it was a crime to spill his drink on somebody. He's like, oh, that's a bad thing to do. I didn't know that. I think he's just becoming a football fan. He was a billionaire that knew nothing about football until he bought the team. Now he sees what it's all about, and he's just trying to be like a normal.
Him and Taylor Swift are like joining forces to become football fans this year.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to figure it out, and the first step
We've seen Taylor Swift with F-bombs. David Tepper throwing his drinks on people.
Yeah,
I mean, at what point did Taylor Swift and David Tepper just fist fight in the middle of the fucking stands?
Fuck,
it'd be hilarious. Just. Who do you think wins that fight?
Ultimate football.
I got Taylor Swift by submission, rear naked choke in the second round. If being honest, I think Swift. I think she's got something. David Tepper's an old guy.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have any drinks around him, I don't think Taylor's got anything to worry about.
Well, yeah, they're both billionaires too.
Maybe
so
a fulcrum.
I think maybe they get in like 5 seconds in, and then they're like, "What are we doing?"
They just hand each other a couple $100 bills and walk away.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But the Panthers are down bad. David Tepper This is it's starting to give off Dan Schneider vibes.
No, he's Dan Snyder used to be the one everyone hated, and now it's David Tepper. Like
Yeah.
he's fully taken over. And for a while, it looked like it was going to be dude that owns the Colts.
Jim Irsay.
Yeah, Jim Irsay was getting up there, but David Tepper stepped in. I bet Jim Irsay's like, thank you.
No. People they had a wrong opinion, or they just had Jim Irsay was just misunderstood.
Think so?
Yeah, I think he was misunderstood.
Okay.
But David Tepper, I don't know.
Oh, what a fucking dude! Are you watching this game right now?
No, I'm not.
Dude, Gardner Minshew's just rolling out to his left, shovel passes it to Pittman 5 yards downfield and gets it to 2nd and 1. Man, lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. But yeah, I couldn't give less of a. I mean, not this game. I want the Bucs to whoop ass. Also, Baker is 93 yards and 2 touchdowns away from having 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns.
And meeting his incentive.
Yes.
So if he makes the playoffs, it's by throwing 2 touchdowns and getting those yards. Because I don't see the Panthers scoring more than 21 points this game at most.
Yeah.
That's at absolute most.
They're not playing Joe Barry, so.
Yeah.
I really like a Bucs cover in this game, to be honest.
I really like a Panthers cover.
Do you?
I think it's going to be like 23-21 or like 21 to, fucking 18 or 21-19. Just like a weird fucking score.
Yeah, I could see that.
Which is really, really weird. Because I hope I'm wrong about that. I just want you to know right now, like, I hope I'm wrong, but I can see.
I mean, we want to see Baker win by 80 in every game he plays in.
Yeah, but
unless it's the Packers.
I kind of like the Panthers plus 4.5 this game.
You like the over though? 36 and a half. You like the under?
36.5?
Yeah, that's what it's showing on ESPN.
I do like that, actually.
Yeah.
I like 40 points this game.
Yeah, I do too.
Like,
I agree with that.
Like maybe, 24-21.
Yeah, something close. Something like a normal football score, but close.
Yeah. Next game, and we're not going to talk about this game for long. The Saints and the Falcons.
The Saints lose.
Even if they win, if the Bucs win, the Bucs are in.
I know, but just I want the Saints to lose.
What happens if the Falcons win?
I think the Bucs have the tiebreaker against them.
Because everybody's beaten each other at least once.
Except the Panthers. They've only beaten.
Well, I mean,
Falcons.
like the other 3.
Yeah.
They're one every those 3 teams other than the Panthers are 1-1 against each other. Maybe we'll see this game, or between the Falcons and the Saints, but that would be a crazy scenario. But I don't know. I don't really want to see fucking the Saints.
That's hilarious. The Falcons are the 12 seed. The Bears are 1 spot ahead of the Falcons. Like the Bears, the 11 seed, but the Falcons aren't eliminated because they can technically still win the division.
Yeah, I know. That's why we needed to beat the Browns.
Actually, so what I want more so, I don't want the Saints to lose. I just want the Bucs to win. I was gonna try to be like, I want to tie. No, I just want the Bucs to win.
Yeah. Now this is a game that I probably shouldn't care about, but the reason I do care about this game is because the draft does run through Chicago, the Jets and the Patriots. These 2 teams have sole possession of like a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
And they might want a quarterback. I know Jets fans. I follow a lot of Jets Twitter, and so I know the discussions. They are terrified of the Patriots getting their quarterback, like Caleb Williams or fucking Drake May, or Michael Penix. There's a lot of quarterbacks that the Patriots can take. Both of these teams are like semi kind of tanking to get their guy, because Chicago's probably, going to stick with Justin Fields.
You think so?
I think so. I think they're going to stick with Justin Fields. I think they're going to
smart.
I think they're going to take a receiver.
Right.
I think they're going to take a receiver. They're going to draft a center, probably get like another interior guard. Maybe try to trade in the offseason. Like Braxton Jones is like Tyler Guyton. Really hot, also really not.
Yeah.
Like, he's got the intangibles. He looks good on a lot of plays. Now, Tyler Guyton's obviously much more touted as a prospect and is probably going to make teams a lot more happier than Braxton Jones would. Braxton Jones is a 5th-round pick, but he has looked good at left tackle.
Yes.
But I think they're going to stick with Justin Fields. I think we're going to continue to build on the O-line and get a wide receiver, whether it's – here's the only reason I would want another quarterback is if we paired him with the receiver that he played with in college, like Jaden Daniels and Malik Neighbors, Michael Penix, Roma Dunze.
Yeah.
You get that. Otherwise, just take Marvin Harrison Jr.
Okay.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is like a no-bust potential almost, especially having DJ Moore there as your number one.
Yeah.
You have DJ Moore as your number one. Mooney's probably played his last season, unfortunately, but Tyler Scott's going to have to step up. Just, here's kind of where I'm at with it, and this is why I'm having fun. We have the number 1 pick. Like, I hope Ryan Poles is like looking at the draft room like, all right, who wants this number 1 pick? I want to trade it to the team that I think is going to be the worst, kind of like what he did with the Panthers. He traded it to the Panthers. We got DJ Moore, and that worked out perfect. I think he's probably doing the same thing. Like, who do I think is going to be worse? The Patriots? Do I think the Commanders are going to be bad? Maybe the Giants? I don't know. But I think we're going to keep Justin Fields. But let me get back to the game real quick. The Patriots are trying to tank, right? They're trying to tank. I got some news for you, buddy. My rock hard
Be very careful with that. Okay, lock. Be very careful with the next word.
My rock hard lock.
Yeah.
Like,
let a naysayer know.
Yeah. My rock hard lock. All right, my Viagra lock is the Patriots -2.
You think they win this game. Really?
Belichick does not like the Jets. He hates the Jets. He would not give up tanking to let the Jets beat him. When Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Jets beat him the last time the Jets won, he was a wreck.
Yeah. Also, Bill Belichick, if this is his last game as a Patriot, and they have a shot to get close or closer to a number 1 overall pick, I could totally see him putting out the perfect game plan, winning this game, and being like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, I mean, like, who do you trust more? If you're not me and you don't give a shit about this game because you don't, the draft doesn't run through you, who do you trust more, Trevor Siemian or Bailey Zappi? That's kind of a fucking hard one.
Yeah.
But I am going to trust Bill Belichick and I'm going to trust Bailey Zappi. And I think the Patriots are going to win this game. I think Bill Belichick is probably going to be a coach somewhere new,
Yeah.
Or if he stays with the Patriots, then that's great. But I don't think he would try to intentionally tank against the Jets.
No, not at all.
Think he would do it.
He sees that Jets logo and he's like, "That's a winnable game."
It makes him sick to his stomach. Right now, they have the number 2 pick. The Cardinals are number 3.
Yeah.
Or it could be flip-flop. But if they win this game, then they automatically shoot up to number 5. The Giants, the Cardinals. I swear there's another team that's ahead of them. I think that
Commanders?
I think the Titans would jump ahead of them. If the Patriots win this game, the Titans would take their spot.
The Commanders would too. Because Commanders are 4-12. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the Commanders have the number 2 pick.
Yeah.
The Commanders have the number 2 pick, and then it's the Cardinals, and then yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, love that. Seahawks, Cardinals, don't care about this game. Chargers, Chiefs, don't care about this game.
Broncos, Raiders, don't really care.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about this game. Eagles, Giants. This one will be interesting just to see like who wins the division. Again, please play Tommy DeVito. Let Tommy DeVito end his spectacular 3-game stretch and season on a high note to beat the Eagles. If you're not going to do that, then I hope the Eagles win.
And then deep ball in the first play. Oh my God. Deep ball in the first play, 75 yards to Nico Collins for a touchdown.
Yeah, CJ Stroud is fucking just the best.
Oh my fucking God. Damn it. I put in a prize picks and I didn't take Nico Collins anytime touchdown. Fuck me. I should have done it, dude.
Here's another game that I don't give a shit about. The Cowboys and Commanders.
Yeah, couldn't care less.
Ooh, here's a good game.
What about Rams Niners?
That's a good game because both have clinched the playoff.
Yeah,
Probably going to sit a bunch of guys. Um,
Niners for sure. They're the number one seed.
yeah, they're going to sit everybody. Sam Darnold's probably going to play. They're probably going to put in a bunch of guys that maybe they drafted or just, bench warmers. Even if that were the case, I think I would still like the 49ers.
Yeah, no, I certainly do.
You look at Shanahan's record versus the Rams. I think if this was any other team, the Rams win. But Shanahan's record versus the Rams is honestly pretty impressive.
Yeah, and see at this point, because I would have cared a lot more about this game if the Lions still had a fighting shot at the number one seed. Because if they did, and Matt Stafford could have gone and got them number one overall seed, that would have been pretty badass. But as of now, I mean, I think it'll just be a fun game to have on. But this is 325. I'll be watching the Bears Packers anyways.
And I know, and the Packers did beat the Rams this season, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you would have more fighting interest if roles were reversed. If the Rams beat the Packers, but the Rams were in your shoes, and you lost an extra game, and you were fighting for a playoff spot, and so were the Rams. But that's not the case. So,
well, I think the Packers, because the Rams are the 6th seed right now.
They're not going to sit Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua is 29 yards away from breaking the rookie receiving yards record.
Damn.
Yep.
Do the Rams have a tiebreaker?
The Rams
over
have basically the Rams have put out a blueprint on how to be a successful franchise and how to just be everything the Bears aren't. You go into cap hell, you fucking sign all these awesome players to just you're negative like 13 million in cap just to win a Super Bowl. And then you have to rebuild one year and everything is going to shit. And then the next year you just draft awesome players. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
You have to draft really fucking awesome players in the 5th round.
I think what the Rams need to do. Right? Yeah, no, not at all. I think what the Rams need to do.
Just have Sean McVay and just fucking go into cap hell and then just be awesome with a not so great roster. Yeah, that's fine.
What the Rams need to do every year is trade all of their picks and just gather all the 5th round picks they can and then only just draft in the 5th fucking round.
Oh, you know what I would like? Maybe we can trade with the Rams. Like we can trade our 5th round pick for Cooper Kupp. And they can go get another stud wide receiver. Wouldn't be opposed to that. I mean, maybe they're going to move off of him soon. He's getting old. He's like
getting hurt a lot.
31.
It's true. Yeah,
the Bears are ready to win a Super Bowl next year, so we kind of need a guy.
What's I guess really the only other game that I'd have any interest in would be Bills Dolphins.
So the Dolphins have clinched their playoff spot.
Yes.
They're in. Here's a scenario for the Bills that is unlike anything we will probably ever seen again. Mm-hmm. We haven't seen it happen before. If they win, they are the number 2 seed. They clinch the division. They're in the playoffs. No, they don't get a bye because, it's not the same as it used to be in the playoffs. But they do get home field advantage, win the division, and clinch the 2 seed. If they lose this game, they're out of the playoffs. That is fucking crazy. A lot of people would look at this game and they would not bet anything but over and under.
Yeah.
If you're a smart gambler, you stay away from this game because it's Bills Dolphins. Anything could go. It's in Miami. It's going to be 69 degrees. Nice. I'm totally betting on this game.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take the Bills minus 2.5.
I'm going to take the fucking over at 48.5.
That is very easy. That was another one that I really liked. I like the Bills in this game.
I might take, that's a good fucking pick. Bills minus 2.5 plus the over.
Yeah.
I think that's a brilliant pick.
Because how do you feel about Rasul Douglas being just awesome at football and not being on the Packers?
It hurts my fucking soul, dude.
Dalvin Cook is on the Ravens right now, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have been sick if he was on the Bills with his brother?
That would have been badass.
Yeah, I was thinking about that when the Jets released him. The Bills are like one of those teams where they remind me literally of the Titans a few years ago.
Yeah.
Like every game was a must win. They were fighting so much for a playoff spot. Like if they had no room for error. That's basically what the Bills were. The Bills, like, they won their or four of their last four. Yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
won 4 games in a row. That's basically what the Titans had to do in 2019. Guess what? Titans went to the AFC Championship.
That's true. Do you think this Bills team could win the Super Bowl?
Do what?
Do you think this Bills team could win the Super Bowl?
I think anybody could win the Super Bowl this year.
I
Such a
I fucking agree with that. That's for damn sure. I
weird
certainly
fucking year.
agree. I wouldn't say anybody, but I think there's 6, 7 teams that could win the Super Bowl this year.
And the Chiefs are dangerous. We forget about the Chiefs.
They are, man. That at the end of the day, they still have the best quarterback and one of the best coaches in the league.
Yeah. I think I'm more excited about the Bears-Packers game, though, than anything.
I can't fucking wait, bro. Bears Packers with playoff spot on the line is the most important game in NFL history every year.
The most important game in the history of football. This game specifically, 2023 Bears-Packers Week 18.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay, let's go ahead and I think we should get into our picks.
I think so too. I'll let you go first.
I think we already went over like where we're currently at. I'll make sure to keep tally just to, so we can continue on this joyous ride.
Yes.
So, do you want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay. I am gonna take the Patriots. My rock hard lock. Patriots
Okay.
-2.5.
Your Viagra erection that lasts longer than 4 hours pick.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna take the Lions to cover -3.5. Like you said, man, it's a culture game. Dan Campbell's pissed, and
You said
it's
Lions to
minus.
cover?
Yes, Lions cover -3.5.
I like that. I do. Damn, I wish the this game wasn't currently going on because I love the over in this game, but it's too late.
Yeah.
I like the Lions -3.5.
Yep.
But you already took that, unfortunately. I like the over in the Bills Dolphins game, but I'm gonna take the Bills -2.5.
Bills -2.5. Okay. I'm gonna take the over. Yeah, I'm gonna take the over in Panthers Bucks.
Over in Panthers Bucks.
Yes,
Ooh.
36.5.
Ooh, that's a kind of an easy one, but I like it. That's a over in Bucks Panthers 36.5. Okay, I'm gonna take the over in the Bills Dolphins. I thought you were gonna take that one. I was giving you an easy one.
I mean, I was gonna take it, but you already bet that game, and I figured you'd take both. I mean, I know you did.
That'll be a bonus one.
So.
I'm gonna count that as a bonus.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm having to write this down while I
you're good.
talk to you. I'm gonna take the under in the Seahawks Cardinals.
Fuck you.
And like that's a game that I can definitely see the over happening, but Jonathan Gannon, we can talk shit about him because he's a weird dude, but he's got that defense playing well.
Yeah.
And the team as a whole, like, I don't know, maybe I don't know anything about coaches like I thought I did because he's kind of playing like a good coach with a terrible roster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
No, he's coaching his ass off.
Don't look at their record. I mean, if you really think about it, they have some pretty quality wins. They did beat the Cowboys and the Eagles. Oh, the Cardinals beat the Cowboys. You know who beat the Cardinals? I think it was the Chicago Bears. I was hoping Malone would hear that. He's been fighting with me about who's a better team right now, the Cowboys or the Bears. And
Yeah,
it's obvious that the Bears are the better team right now. If they were to play on a
yeah,
neutral field, we would mollywop them. And that's a
I'd
quick
agree with
way to,
that. And this is coming from a Packers fan.
yeah. So what do you like?
Fuck you. So I was going to take the under in that game. I'm actually going to take the under in Chargers Chiefs 35.5.
I'm seeing under 36.5.
I'm looking on ESPN. May not have been updated or something, or may have changed.
Well, I'm looking on something else. Okay.
Oh.
Chiefs. We'll meet in the middle, 36.
Okay.
Under 36 for that game.
Yep. If that's a push, I'm killing you.
You can either take 36.5 or 36.
I think 36.5. I like half a point.
Okay. Smart.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch them score. Watch the score be like 23-13. Oh, dude.
I like the Titans with the points. Titans plus 5.5.
Yeah, I like that too.
Okay.
Fuck, man.
Come on, it's right in front of you. If you don't take it, I'm going to take it.
I don't know what the fuck you're looking at. Unless it's the fucking Cowboys Commanders under 46.5.
No.
What are you looking at?
No, I'll let you pick.
Okay. Fuck, man. I'm gonna take the over in Rams Niners 40.5.
I like that. Three and a half.
What were you looking at? I guess I'm about to hear it, huh?
And then my final pick, I'm taking the Bears.
Uh,
I like this pick.
I'll never bet on it, man. Can't bet on Packers football. Unless it's an Aaron Jones anytime touchdown. That would just seems to happen.
Do it. Packers minus 3.5. Do it.
No, the Packers gonna lose, man. I already told you.
All right, what's your last pick?
I'm gonna take Browns plus 7.5 for Cincy.
Are they going to sit Joe Flacco?
Yes.
Browns plus 7.5.
Yep.
That's minus 7.5 for Cincy. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are in.
All right.
What do you got going on tonight?
My buddy's about to come over, and he's just gonna bitch about football because he hates football while I sit here and watch the Texans Colts game.
Awesome.
What you got going on? Oh, I know what you got going on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, the best man win.
I agree. It may be me.
I'm like very nervous, and at the same time, I could not be more excited for a game.
I'm in the exact same boat. It feels like a fucking championship game, dude. Ugh, fuck. I can't wait, man.
I like that Oklahoma shirt. It's got that like dark, burgundy red.
I got it from my previous employer.
That's sick.
But we have no sponsors on this
Dick's,
podcast. So
Dick's for dick pics.
Yeah, there we go. They should sponsor us. It's our Dick's pick.
We'll do it.
Picks. Yeah, we'll do that.
Or Dick's picks.
I'll call it my old boss. But hey, B-Rye. Come on, dude.
Okay. I think that's it for now. Good episode.
Yeah, I agree. Well, you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I won't talk to you again until probably Sunday Night Football starts. So, as I'm not texting you before, during, or probably after the game.
Probably won't have another episode until Tuesday.
Probably not. I start class on Monday. So.
Well, good luck with that. Make sure to watch the championship game.
I will. I start class Tuesday. We'll put it that way. I'm not doing shit Monday.
Yeah.
Not even calling. Who knows? But with that being said, this is episode 26 of the PigSkin podcast. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Let us know what your picks are. Let us know about your favorite moment from this NFL or college football season. Also, let us know who you think is going to win the championship game tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Sunday night. Or Saturday. Fuck. Monday night. Jesus Christ. Let us know.
Well, let us know who's going to win the Ultimate Championship game. That's the Monday game, and then Bears-Packers.
Yes.
Spoiler.
Yes, let us know. Spoil it for us. But, again, that being said, this is episode 26 of the Pigskin Podcast. See y'all later.